In the United States, most millionaires drive normal cars, no supercars, no gold watches, no loud flex. That fact alone shocks most people. In the UK, many self-made millionaires live on the same street for decades. No mansions, no spotlight, no noise. But here's the scary part. Most people will never know how these people really think, because the truth is not about money. It is about mindset, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Tonight, you will discover 3 things most rich people never say out loud. First, the silent rule they follow before they ever make their first million. Second, the daily habit that separates wealthy thinkers from everyone else. And third, the hidden system that turns small actions into unstoppable wealth. But here's the twist. None of these start with money. They start with how the brain works, and what you believe money really is. Most people believe wealth is luck, or talent, or rich parents, but sources suggest that belief alone keeps people broke, because the millionaire mindset plays a totally different game, a longer game, a quieter game. And once you understand the rules, the results look almost unfair. But the truth behind this will shock you, because it means wealth is less about what you earn, and more about how you think. Let me show you exactly how this happened. Money is not just cash, it is stored energy. That idea sounds strange at first, but stay with me. Money stores time, effort, skills, choices. When you save money, you save time you already worked for. When you invest money, you send that time to work again. Most people never learn this. In schools across the US and UK, students learn math, they learn history, they learn science, but they rarely learn how money really works. That gap creates confusion, and confusion creates fear. So people grow up chasing income instead of building wealth. Income means working for money. Wealth means money working for you. That one difference changes everything. According to several financial studies, many millionaires did not earn huge salaries. Many were teachers, engineers, small business owners. That surprises people because luxury media shows a different story. Fast cars, private jets, endless spending, but real wealth is often quiet. Here's a mini surprise. Many wealthy people budget carefully. They track spending. They delay pleasure. Another surprise. Many started late. Some after age 30, some after age 40. So why does this matter now? Because the world is changing fast. Jobs are less stable, costs are rising. Social media shows fake success everywhere. Young people feel behind before they even start, and that pressure pushes bad decisions. Quick money schemes, risky moves, debt disguised as lifestyle. But here's where things get really interesting, because despite all this chaos, one thing stays constant. The mindset, the way wealthy people think stays the same across countries, across cultures, across generations. And once you see those patterns, you start to spot them everywhere. Now here's where things get really interesting. Millionaires think in assets, not paychecks. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket, even when you sleep. A paycheck stops when you stop working, an asset keeps going. This sounds simple, but it changes daily behavior. Let's paint a picture. 2 friends earn the same salary. Both make $60,000 a year. One spends first. New phone, new clothes, bigger rent. The other saves first. Then buys assets. Maybe stocks, maybe a small business, maybe a rental property. Nothing fancy at first, just consistent. After 5 years, their lives look different. After 10 years, the gap is huge. This is not magic, it is math. Compounding is when growth builds on growth. If you grow money by 7% a year, it doubles roughly every 10 years. That means $10,000 can become $20,000, then $40,000, then $80,000. But only if you wait. Most people do not wait. They want results now. Millionaires think in decades, not months. This mindset shows up in small choices. They ask, will this help future me? Not, will this impress people today? Here's another wow moment. Many wealthy people avoid lifestyle upgrades early, even when income rises. Sources suggest they keep expenses low on purpose. Why? Because every dollar saved can become a worker. That dollar can go out and bring back friends. But if you spend it, the worker dies. That sounds harsh, but it is how they see it. Money is a team. Spend it badly, and your team shrinks. Invest it well, and your team grows. This connects to daily life. That coffee, that subscription, that impulse buy. Individually, they look small. Together, they shape your future. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. Millionaires think in systems, not goals. A goal is an outcome. A system is a process. Goals end. Systems repeat. Most people say, I want to be rich. That is a goal. Wealthy thinkers ask, What system creates wealth? That is the difference. Let's compare. A goal says, save $100,000. A system says, save 20% of income every month. One depends on motivation. The other runs on habit. Motivation fades. Habits stay. This applies everywhere. Fitness, learning, money. That is why wealthy people automate finances. Bills auto-pay. Investments auto-invest. Savings auto-transfer. No willpower needed. Plot twist. This removes emotion. Emotion is the enemy of money. Fear causes panic. Selling excitement causes bad risks. Systems stay calm. Now let's zoom out. There is another layer here. Leverage. Leverage means using tools to multiply effort. Time is leverage. Technology is leverage. People are leverage. Millionaires look for leverage early. A writer uses the internet to reach millions. A business owner hires teams. An investor uses capital. But leverage without mindset is dangerous. It can magnify mistakes. That is why mindset comes first. Sources suggest many wealthy people read daily. Not for fun, for skill. They study psychology, markets, history. Why history? Because patterns repeat. Booms, crashes, trends. Those who understand cycles stay calm. Those who do not panic. And panic is expensive. This builds toward the biggest twist. Because mindset is not just personal, it is social. Wealthy people choose environments carefully. Friends, mentors, rooms. They ask, who am I learning from? Who am I copying? You become what you are around. That is not motivation talk. That is behavioral science. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. The millionaire mindset is not about money at all. It is about identity. Wealthy people see themselves as builders, not consumers. Builders create value. Consumers use value. This identity shapes every choice. When a builder gets money, they ask, how can this grow? When a consumer gets money, they ask, how can this feel good now? Neither is evil, but only one creates wealth. This reframes everything. Jobs are tools. Businesses are tools. Investments are tools. The real asset is the person, skills, discipline, patience. That is why many wealthy people bounce back fast after losses. They did not lose their mindset. They lost money. Money is replaceable. The mindset is not. This explains why lottery winners often go broke. Sources suggest many do within years. They get money without identity change. The system breaks. But self-made wealth grows slower and lasts longer because the person grows with it. This is the system of all view. Wealth is not an event. It is a process, a long one, and once this clicks, urgency disappears. You stop chasing shortcuts. You start building foundations. So what does all this mean for us today? Not guaranteed, not easy, but learnable. For young people in the US and UK, this matters now. Costs are high. Attention is stolen. Comparison is constant. The millionaire mindset cuts through noise. Short term, it means better decisions. Spending with purpose. Learning skills. Avoiding bad debt. Long term, it means freedom, choice of time, choice of work, choice of life. This does not require millions. Even small assets create options. The lesson is simple. Think long, act small, repeat often. This mindset reduces stress because you stop racing others. You race the clock. Time is your ally if you start early, but even starting late works. Consistency beats speed. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. Most millionaires do not feel rich. They feel secure. Security beats luxury. Luxury fades fast. Security compounds. That is why they protect downside first. They avoid risks that can wipe them out. They survive long enough to win. This loops back to the beginning. Quiet lives, normal cars, simple habits. The goal was never showing off. It was control. Control of time. Control of stress. Control of choices. If this opened your eyes, the real question is this. What identity will you choose? Wealth starts in the mind. Assets beat income. Systems beat motivation. Identity beats luck. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. If this helped you see money differently, support the channel, like the video, subscribe for weekly deep dives, share this with someone who needs it. For deeper learning, watch the next video on building your first asset and tell me in the comments, what mindset shift hit you the hardest? Your answer might help someone else start today.